Hello, good evening, Tribuners. Welcome back with me, Mutiara, in Indonesian News of Tribun Lampung. We will present you on updating and interesting information from every place in Indonesia. And here, the complete news. The first news is, the Motogp event in Mandalika was a success. The community gave some suggestions. Finally, the Motogp event was successfully held at the Mandalika Circuit on Sunday, March 20, 2022. Miguel Oliveira, as a KTM racer, also managed to come out victorious on a circuit that was drenched in heavy rain. Even though it was successfully held, the audience gave in votes for the Mandalika Motogp 2022. He believes that if prices are normal, the enthusiasm of the people to come to Lombok will be extraordinary because everything is affordable. Meanwhile, his party also hopes that transportation tickets to Lombok will be affordable later. Meanwhile, Herbian, a resident of Bekasi, also gave an implied message if there were spectators who wanted to go to Mandalika next year. He gives a trick, so that hotel orders or tickets are ordered in advance, so that they are not burdensome later. Sugiarto, a MotoGP spectator from Surabaya, also gave other inputs. He hopes that the Mandalika circuit will be more organized in the future. The next news comes from South Sumatra. The Ratu Dewa drag race and drag bike events was held at the Jakabaring Circuit. Two figures, namely the regional secretary for the City of Palembang, Ratu Dewa, together with the daily chair of the IMI South Sumatra provincial management, Taufik Husni, stole the attention of the media crew on one stage and took a photo together at the opening of Ratu Dewa drag race and drag bike 2022, which will take place from 19 to 20 March 2022 at the Jakabaring Sport City Circuit in Palembang. Even after the two delivered their remarks, they took a photo together with official and the commenter. The two Palembang figures also looked compact when Ratu Dewa tried to become a dragster to try out the 201-meter long Jakabaring track. Taufik Husni took off from the starting line by pressing the button. Even this PS Palembang Football Club president said, this is a place for the aspiration of this racer. Therefore, he hopes that in the future he can collaborate with the regional government to carry out regular events. Dewa, who is also the chairman of the Nahdlatul Ulama Association of Palembang City, hopes that the youth will no longer carry out illegal racing as they have been in the 66 force at the airport Jakabaring Soekarno-Hatta Sudirman Road. Regarding the track which will be the training ground for the racer in the future, Ratu Dewa said that later his party will collaborate with IMI regarding which boundaries will be worked on by the city government and which limits will be implemented by IMI. In a speech, Ratu Dewa said that the dragster's long-standing dream came true that day. That day was quite a historic day, said Ratu Dewa for his party, because the MotoGP race is currently taking place in Mandalika. They also held MotoGP there, namely drag races and drag bikes. Around 600 dragsters who were thirsty for the race enthusiastically tried Ratu Dewa drag race on the first day. The next news comes from Medan. Campaign Action to Stop Eating Dog Meat in Medan. The campaign to stop eating dog meat was held in front of the Medan Post Office, Post number 1 Street, West Medan District, Medan City, on Sunday, March 22, 2022. This action involved dozens of motorized tricycles to circle the road around the Merdeka Square. In their action, They voiced their desire to stop the tradition of eating dog meat. The founder of Toba Animal Friends, Anita Panggabean, said that this action was the inauguration of the campaign to stop eating dog meat in North Sumatra. This time, the action in Medan City only follows other cities in Indonesia that are free from dog meat. There are regional regulations, there are village regulations, and there are governor regulations. Anita invites all people of North Sumatra, especially the city of Medan, not to consume dog meat. Anita said she would hold a similar action in Pematang Siantar City. Anita hopes that there will be donors who will help make her dream come true. Anita revealed that she had carried out socialization to the younger generation and through social media. Anita hopes that in the future, the city of Medan or North Sumatra can be free from dog meat to be more pet-friendly. Anita hopes for the local government to take firm action against dog meat sellers who are still operating. The next news comes from Toraja. Innova car plunges into the Salubarani River, resulting in one person's death. The Innova car with police number DP1481 KC plunged into the Salubarani River, Gandang Batu, Silanan District, Tanah Toraja, on Sunday, March 20, 2022. The car carried out 7 passengers, including the driver. The head of the Tanah Toraja Resort Police Traffic Unit, Adnan Lepang, said that the incident occurred at around 4 o'clock a.m. It started when the car was moving from Makassar to Tanah Toraja. Suddenly, the car lost control and plunged into the river. Allegedly, the driver fell asleep. The driver was named Febrianto Salombe. As a result of this accident, one passenger died. The passenger who died was a 28-year-old woman named Depriani Rantebalik. The victim who died was a resident of Rantepeau District, North Toraja Regency. In addition, in this incident, one other passenger, Amata Biti Chacha, aged 61 years old, was declared missing. The search for the victim is still ongoing. Meanwhile, the car that plunged into the river has been evacuated by joint officer assisted by residents. It was reported that the car was badly damaged. The process of searching for missing victims also involves joint officers, the search and rescue team, and residents. Hopefully, they will be found soon. The next news comes from South Kalimantan. Pingaran Ilir Village Bridge has been rebuilt after being damaged by the flood. A number of youths and teenagers sit on the bridge that was just built by the Banjar Regency government. It is the Pingaran Ilir Village Bridge, Astambul District, Banjar Regency, South Kalimantan Province. Although it cannot be crossed by two-wheeled motorized vehicles, residents are grateful that the bridge can be crossed on foot. The bridge is an evacuation access for residents. If someone who is pregnant wants to give birth or is sick, they are referred to a regional hospital. Ahmad Mahrani, head of the government section at the Pingaran Ilir Village government, expressed his gratitude to the Banjar Regency government through the Banjar Regency Public Works and Public Housing Service for quickly building a new bridge. Previously, the Pingaran Ilir Bridge was damaged by being hit by wood waste carried by a very fast river in mid-January 2022. The next news comes from Pangkal Pinang. For the sake of getting cooking oil, people in Pangkal Pinang line up long. Long lines filled the courtyard of the Ramayana Pangkal Pinang on Friday, March 18, 2022. The line stretched from the entrance for about 15 meters to the street. Even before the rolling door opened, the queue of residents seemed to have packed the Ramayana courtyard. But this time, the choir looked more orderly because it was guided directly by the Ramayana Pangkal Pinang in collaboration with the Bukit Intan Police. It was previously known that on Thursday, March 17, 2022, the queue of residents hunting for cooking oil at Ramayana Pangkal Pinang was so overcrowded that some of them fainted because of the passing. Today, before the distribution of oil, the Ramayana party first gave an appeal to residents who were already queuing, so that an incident like the previous day would not happen again. Since last Thursday, Ramayana Pangkal Pinang has been selling oil at rising prices on prices that have adjusted to market prices. The price of oil at Ramayana Pangkal Pinang itself is priced at 48,900 rupiah for 2 liters of Sanko brand oil. Even though the price of oil is sold at a higher price, people are still enthusiastic about getting cooking oil. Like Juliana from Naman village, who is willing to come early in the morning to get cooking oil because tomorrow there will be a ruahan event in her village. Likewise, Mila, a resident of Parit Lalang, yesterday she was thrown into the back row because the queue was uncontrollable. Mila said that she had no problem with higher oil prices as long as stocks were available and did not make it difficult for the community. The last news is, a coffee shop in Kendari caught fire. The fire department Kendari City, Southeast Sulawesi, finally determined the cause and total loss of the victim, namely the owner of Warkop Selimit Kopi. The coffee shop, which is located on Buranda Street, Karumba Village, Mandoga District, Kendari City, Southeast Sulawesi, was burned to the ground on Sunday, March 20, 2022 in the morning. According to the head of the Kendari Fire Department, Junaidin Umar, the fire was caused by a gas leak in the warkop. The victim of the fire was Andi Ade Alamsyah, the owner of a coffee shop that caught fire as a result of a gas stove fire. He added that the total loss to the victim due to the tantrum of the red rooster reached 150 million rupiah. He admitted that the Kendari Fire Department sent 2 fire engineers to extinguish the fire. Previously, it was reported that one of the coffee shop caught fire in Kendari City, Southeast Sulawesi Province. The fire incident in one of the coffee shops occurred in the Stanley's roundabout area, Buranda Street, Korumba Village, Mandoga District. The coffee shop is located not far from the Kendari McDonald's outlet and the Dragon Inn Hotel, which is at the intersection of Met Sabara Street, Buranda Street, and Edi Sabara Street, Brigjen M. Junus Street. In a video, smoke can be seen rising from the scene, which appears to have been recorded from the Kendari McDonald's outlet. The number of victims and the cause of the fire are not yet known, which only a few days ago occurred in the Kendari Horse Footprint area. Well, that's all the news for today with me, Mutiara. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.